Good morning, farm friends. So today we're gonna do something really fun. We're gonna set up the brooders for our muscovy ducklings. They're going to be hatching in the next 1 to 3 days, and I just want to be prepared with food, water, their whole heating system, everything. So we're gonna do that right now. We started out with 3 dozen muscovy eggs, and after finding the ones that were not fertilized or the ones that did not develop, we ended up with exactly 2 dozen. This is one of our incubators. As you can see, it's been through a lot. It's hatched a lot of eggs. When we hatch ducklings, we have the temperature at 99.5 degrees, and then we also try to keep the humidity between 60 and 80%. When we hatch our pecans and our ruins, they only take 28 days to hatch, sometimes a little bit longer. But hatching muscovy eggs is a little different. They take 33 to 35 days to hatch. These are all of the materials that you will need. Now you can use any type of bin. So you could buy the ones that are made for ducklings and chicks, or you could just get a storage bin like I have. These 2 smaller ones, one of them I use for them right when they hatch, and it's been 24 hours of them in the incubator. I take them out and stick them in the first bin. And then I have the second bin just in case as they get older, some don't grow as fast or they look like they have any type of delay. I stick them in the second one because it's still smaller to keep them warm and heated, but they're away from the bigger ducklings. Once they start getting bigger in a couple of weeks, I put them into this one. Then I also have a bigger enclosure up the hill so I can put them up there if we decide to keep them, or if we're holding a duckling for someone. You'll need any type of bedding. You can use hay. Ducklings are really messy, so it gets wet super fast. I've noticed that the pine shavings, those work out good for me. There's still a smell if you don't change them out often, so you have to stay on top of that. Also need a heat source, so you can get the little hot plates. Those are the newer thing. I have heat lamps that I've had for a couple years now, and they work good for us. So I have a couple, and they all hang and sit above the brooder, so they're not on it, but just on top of it. They're getting the correct amount of heat. You'll need something for food and water. Now you can use mason jars, or these you can buy separately, and they screw into every single food and drink container. This is the one you use for water, and then these are the ones you use for food. I just bought this tin one, and I actually don't like it. I prefer the plastic ones, but the plastic containers compared to the mason jars, there really isn't a difference. So I think they both work equally as well. And I have a couple of extra food containers just in case if they're kind of fighting or there's teeny tiny guys and girls, then I can fill these with food or water if I feel like it's necessary, kind of a backup thing. These are the tops for the brooders. They're cut perfectly to fit each one, so I can take them off easily to put new food and water in, and then I can stack these right next to each other on top of the counter, and I don't have to worry about having issues because this netting's getting caught on the other one. I use these little clampy clips to keep them closed. We have barn cats, so I just want to make sure that none of them can get in there, and we haven't lost any ducklings yet to the cats, but I'm not willing to risk that because they're really good hunters. Just to show you the real side of it, this is the mess that was left over from the last set of ducklings that we did. So I'm just gonna scoop everything up. It's food and water and bedding, and it just gets really messy. So we'll clean this up and then we'll go get our brooder ready. Side note, chick and duck feed is very toxic for kuni pigs, so we're pretty serious about making sure that it's really cleaned up. That's why I'm sweeping everything up, so that if the pigs come out to eat the grass, they don't get in here, because some of our pigs actually jump and they'll jump up on things, and we just want to make sure they can't get it. So that's why I'm super cleaning. All clean. And I set up our heat lamp, so it's all plugged in, ready to go. This is the, I believe it's pronounced Dumor. It's D-U-M-O-R. Chick feed. You can use this for baby chicks or baby ducklings. With baby ducklings, they prefer their food a little on the wet side. So if there's a way for you to kind of sprinkle it with some water, it's a lot easier for them to eat. We have their water, their food, bedding's good. We just need to get the top on. Top is on with the clampy clips. We are good to go. And now all we have to do is sit back and wait for this incubator to start hatching.